It's me, Renee. I'm back. And today, as you can see, I'm doing a Friday reads. Easy, simple, video really. In case you don't know what that is, Friday reads is basically just talking about what you're planning to read this weekend. So, as usual, I have several books that I have started. I'm not saying I won't start any new books. No, I'm not saying that. But these at least are books that I've started. I kind of plan to read more in. I'm a mood reader. I don't know, but I think I might at least read a bit in some of these books. So we have Har jeg bare vært et alibi of Nancy Herz. So this, as you see, is a Norwegian book. It's a Norwegian non-fiction all about being a minority in Norwegian politics, but also being a minority in general, how it affects your life and whatnot. And yeah, I suppose it's kind of biography, but I don't think it's just biography. I think it's more like general about being a minority. Then we have Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. This is a buddy read I'm doing. It also works for another thing that I'm doing this year, which is kind of reading monster books, which it can be monster romances, but it also can just be books with monsters in them. This one, Loch Ness Monster, kind of obvious there. I have read, well, I am at chapter 3 at the moment. 4? No, chapter 3 at the moment, and I'm really liking it. It's very good. Then we have another Norwegian book. Today we seem to have like back and forth really. I mean, normally I don't really read that much Norwegian, but I do read it sometimes. So we have the first in a series, Familien Anker, Arven, by A. Wisting or Alexander Wisting. So this is a Norwegian historical drama. I saw it pitched as Bridgerton, but also Downton Abbey, and I'm like, well, both of those are historical, yeah, but they're not really that similar. So I'm kind of curious with that. I suppose you would kind of pitch those two because those are very well known historical properties, IPs. This is takes place in 1700s at the end of the time when Norway was part of Denmark, because for 500, 600 years we were part of Denmark, and then for 100 years after we were part of Sweden. Yes, Norway hasn't always been independent. So yeah, I started this one yesterday. I have been using the floppy thing here. What do you call this? I'm using this floppy thing as a bookmark anyway. And I've read 2 chapters around that. So far, I'm liking it, but there hasn't been, like, so far it's just been a lot of world building. There's not been really, it's been a lot of description. Not really, I think a lot has happened, but I am liking it so far. And I've seen some friends read about it on Bookstagram, so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna give it a decent try. I'm not gonna say the first chapter, nothing really happened. Boo! No, I'm gonna give it a real try. Then we have The Halifax Hellions by Alexander Vasti. So I read, as you see, I read some of it because this is a collection of two anthologies, two stories. I read the first story weeks ago, planned to continue and then didn't. But it's like it's two romantic stories, so they're not really combined really. So yeah. Also, the second story has BDSM in it, which I don't really like that much. I don't avoid it, but I don't like run towards it. I suppose that's kind of why I haven't really started it. But yeah, that's my physical TBR for this weekend. And yeah, I do kind of also want to read a bit NetGalley's. I have been saying I'm going to pick up some NetGalley's for weeks now, and then I haven't. So who knows if that will happen. I have started Julie Long book on audio. The moment I'm kind of blanking on what the name is, but it's the first in the Palace of Rogues series, which is a series of historical romance spy books. So yeah, so far I am liking that one. And yeah, tonight I'm going to a book club slash crafts meeting, so that's gonna be fun. Tomorrow I'm going to do D&D, and then on Sunday I have some plans, but I will. I've Probably will read a bit here and there. So, yeah. Do you have fun things planned this weekend? Do you have any cool books planned? Tell me about it. And I'll see you next week on a Monday with you. Bye.